WFMS, we have just a few reminders as we approach the end of the week.
Our Black History Month segment starts today.
Science Bowl team will meet this afternoon.
4-H members will want to listen up today.
It's that time again. The Scholastic Book Fair begins on Monday.
Would you like to know what happened on this day in history?
Aspiring track team members, we have some info for you today.
We have some important info for our guys who will need to play soccer this year.
Lastly, we have a message from a very special guest to start off our newscast today.
The WFMS Admiral Announcement Network starts now.
All aboard, Admirals. Thank you for joining us this morning on WFMS, the Admirals Announcement Network. I'm Liddy.
And I'm Heidi. Welcome to your home for news, announcements,
and more
on WFMS.
Now for today's news and announcements, and a message from our very special guest.
Good morning, Farragut Middle School. Thanks so much for letting me come by today. I'm enjoying walking around with Dr. Adams and just really seeing the vision for all the courses that you guys are going to get for all your college exploration. I've already had a chance to sit in and talk to a class of 8th graders thinking about when they go up to the high school next year for their first experience in the 865 academies. It's great to be in this wonderful studio that you guys had to be able to produce your own things. I'm hearing like future Prudential print shop to be able to produce even more. So I'm just so proud of what you're doing, so proud of what your teachers are doing, and so proud of what your administrators are doing. And just thank you for letting me be here today, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ricewick. It was so awesome to have you in our studio this morning. And thank you for the encouragement and wise words. We appreciate your leadership and the direction you are helping our system to move in. Now to our announcements.
Science Bowl members, listen up. Science Bowl will be meeting this afternoon and every Thursday. We will meet from 3:45 to 5. Please have your ride here at 5 o'clock, and we will meet every Thursday in room 251, Orange B, Mrs. Browning's room.
4-H Club members, listen up. You will be having your next meeting on February 6th. We will meet in your FMS art room from 3:45 to 4:45. Please make your parents aware. We also have a shout out to some of our amazing 4-H Club members.
We sure do. I'll tell you what, we have some of the most amazing students here at Farragut. FMS was very well represented last night at the Knox County 4-H Public Speaking Competition. Annabelle Murphy was 3rd place overall winner in the 6th grade division, and Lori K. Ellison was 2nd overall in the 8th grade division.
Dixie Howard was 1st place overall in the 8th grade division. She will go on to compete at the sub-regional competition February 16th against the 1st place winners from 9 other counties. Great job to Annabelle, Lori K., Dixie, and all those who competed and represented FMS.
Also, it's time again for the FMS Scholastic Book Fair. The book fair begins next Monday, the 5th, and runs through Friday the 9th. Winter with its colder temps makes it a great time to stay inside and read a good book, so plan to visit the book fair next week.
Lastly, February is Black History Month, and we will be spotlighting numerous well-known and historical African Americans for the next few weeks. Now to Mr. Adams with an introduction for our Black History Month series.
Good morning, Admirals. Today marks the beginning of Black History Month, a month we can come together to honor the rich heritage, remarkable achievements, and contributions of African Americans throughout history. It is a time to acknowledge and appreciate the individuals who have broken barriers, challenged the status quo, and paved the way for positive change. This month, we will explore notable African Americans who have had an impact in the fields of visual and performing arts, literature, music, and other forms of cultural expression. During this month, I encourage each of you to embrace the opportunity to learn from one another, share your stories, and celebrate the diversity that makes our school community so great. Together, let us appreciate Black History Month, honor the past, celebrate the present, and pave the way for a more just and inclusive future. Thank you for listening. Now back to Heidi and Liddy for our first Black History bio.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Now for our first Black History Month bio.
Louis Armstrong was born in 1901 and died in 1971. As one of the best-known jazz artists of all time, Louis Armstrong helped change the world with his unique trumpet playing and his voice. The fact he made a career for himself at a time when many white audiences weren't open to listening to what was then termed as race music.
This accomplishment ensured him his place among the most influential Black musicians of all time. Hits like What a Wonderful World and Dream a Little Dream of Me brought jazz into the mainstream and broke racial barriers.
He was an absolutely amazing jazz musician. We will continue to have more notable African American bios to explore, so stay tuned.
I agree, he was. That's it for announcements. Now for some more history in our Throwback Thursday, exploring events from this day in history.
Hi, I'm Rika.
And I'm Gracie.
Now for a Throwback Thursday as we look at this day in history.
Did you know that on this day in 1790, the Supreme Court of the United States convened for the first time in New York City?
On this day in 1862, Julia Ward Howe's poem Battle Hymn of the Republic was published in the Atlantic Monthly.
Did you know that on this day in 1884, the first volume of the Oxford English Dictionary, A through Ant, was published?
On this day in 1946, a press conference announced the first electronic digital computer, ENIAC, was held at the University of Pennsylvania.
On this day in 1979, the Ayatollah Khomeini returned to Tehran after 15 years of exile.
On this day in 2003, the space shuttle Columbia disintegrated as it tried to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere after a 16-day mission in space. All 7 members of the crew were lost.
History is always in the making.
What will your history be?
Now for a short sports brief.
Hi, I'm Blair.
And I'm Andrew.
Now for a quick sports update.
We have a track tryout update for today. Today is the last tryout day for track and field athletes. Please remember to change at the bell and report outside to blue or red pod for stretches. Have a ride at the high school track once you have finished trying out for your event.
Attention 6th, 7th, and 8th grade boys. Middle school soccer tryouts will be held next Monday, February 5th through Thursday the 8th from 4 to 5:30. Tryouts will be held at either FHS Field or at Mayor Bob Leonard Park on Wall Road. Tell your parents to sign you up on the Teen Snap that your parents receive in the FMS Family Newsletter. Practices will start March 1st.
That's it for sports. Now back to the news desk.
Thank you for joining us this morning on WFMS, the Admirals News Network.
We hope you have a great day.
In an evening,
Make good choices.
be kind,
Stay safe.
and we will see you tomorrow.